Right. But a nationality is somebody that has a homeland, a country, a language. That would be a nationality.
Well, I would say I'm from America,
Okay. All right. You say you from America, and you would say you African American, right? So Africa is across a whole different body of water, and America is on this. Can you be from two places at one time? You can't be from two places at one time, right? And then I would tell you, sis, that the term African and America both descend from two white men. Africa descends from a man called Amerigo Vespucci. He was he defeated, huh? No, Scipio Africanus. That's where Africa comes from. He actually defeated Hannibal in the Second Punic War, and then he named the landmass after himself, right? So there's no way you can be African because you don't descend from that white man. And keep in mind, Africans don't call themselves African. They call themselves after their country. They would say, or their tribe, they would say, I'm Congolese, or I'm Nigerian, or I'm from Libya, I'm Libyan, right? You know what I'm saying? No African calls themselves African. That's a term that we use on the Western Hemisphere, right? Amerigo Vespucci is an Italian map maker who sailed with Columbus. After they conquered the Americas, they named North, Central, and South America after him.
That's right.
So that's another white man. So there's no way that we can be African or American because we don't descend from two white men.
That's right.
Right? Y'all understand that? So again, when I ask y'all not nationality, you will be deduced to say, well, I don't really know what my nationality will be, right? So let's talk about it. Bring out the Deuteronomy 28, right? Because this book, whether we know it or not, it's alive. And the Deuteronomy chapter 28 goes into blessings and curses of God's chosen people. They will have blessings and curses be bestowed upon them, whether they were keeping the commandments of God or not. If they listened, they will be in the blessing side. If they didn't, they will be in the curses, right? So let's see if y'all can identify with any of these curses, right? Read Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15.
Bring it up.
But it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Hearken means listen. So if you don't listen to the voice of the Lord your God, right? Go ahead.
To observe to do all his commandments.
Do all his commandments, go ahead.
And his statutes.
Right.
Which I command thee this day. That all these curses shall come upon thee.
All these what?
All these curses shall come upon thee.
Brother, is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? That's a bad thing, right? All right, jump to verse, I think I'm on 37.
So if we didn't listen to God, all these curses was going to come upon his people. Let's see what these curses are. Go ahead.
Verse 37, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 37.
Bro.
And thou shalt become an astonishment.
A what?
An
astonishment.
Look at these niggas, man. They fast as hell, they jump high. All they want to do is hang out on the corners, make rap music, right? They women barely got on clothes. That's an astonishment to the other nations, right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
A proverb.
A proverb. Have y'all ever heard the phrase, if you want to hide anything from a black man, you can do what?
Put it in the book.
You can do what?
Put it in the book.
It's the greatest book ever written, and we won't read it. This will lead you to your heritage, your identity, your customs, your heritage, your ancestors. It'll give you all that. All we got to do is open the book and read it, right? But that's a proverb. If you want to hide anything from a black man, you put it in a book, right? Go ahead.
And a byword.
You know what a byword is, King? You know what a byword is, sis? A byword is what y'all use when I asked y'all nationality. You said African American, she said black American, and Negro. Those are bywords, right? And the word Negro actually is the derivative of the word Hebrew, which is the derivative of Hebrew, right? So that word is passed down from our true nationality, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not who we really are. Negro is not who you are, but those words, because when we got off of those slave ships, right? Y'all would agree that's how our people got here, right? But we speak in English when we first got here? We weren't speaking English, right? We weren't wearing Nikes and hoodies, and we weren't wearing that, right? That's something that's been pushed on us by the people that have us here in subjection, right? So if that's the case, our nationality can't be an English word because that's not our language, right? We were taught that by our oppressors, right? Jump to 28 and 68. Come on.
This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3.
All right.
The ox knoweth his owner,
Uh-huh.
and the ass his master's crib.
Uh-huh.
But Israel do not know.
But what?
But Israel do not know.
But what?
But Israel do not know.
Uh-huh.
My people do it not consider.
See, like, everybody know who they from. Everybody know if the Chinese American, fall on hard times, he can go back to China, right? The real African that has a country and a homeland, he falls on hard times here, he can go back to Africa, right? The Korean can go back to Korea, right? Where are we gonna go if we were to leave America today? The white man can go anywhere. He owns everything, right? But our people, where would we go if America blew up tomorrow and everybody went back to their country? Where would we go? We got to go to grandma's house and figure it out. Yeah, but we got to go figure it out together. We got to huddle up and think about where is it that we finna go, right? But it's because our people don't know who they are, right? Our people think that we are terms that our people think we're black. And none of us is the same color as my brother hoodie. That's a psychological problem. If you identify with the term black, knowing that your skin is brown, that's a problem. Just like we not black, they not white either. There's no person on this earth that's the same color as the back of this page right here. Nobody is white. Just like nobody is black. Those are terms that has been given to us by our oppressor, and we identify with them, right? But the Bible will tell you exactly who you are. Through prophecies, prophetical blessings, and curses, it'll let you know who the people of God are, right? So jump to 28, 68. Watch this. How did you say we got here, sis? As a people? How did we get to America as a people? On a boat, right? Watch this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Freedom.
Exodus 20
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
So the Bible says he's going to bring you into Egypt again with ships. But when we left Egypt, you familiar with the story of Moses, sis? They walked out of Egypt, right? And they walked through the Red Sea, right? So they didn't go or leave Egypt the first time with ships. So that where Egypt has a definition in the Bible, it's not talking about the landmass of Egypt. It wasn't even called Egypt at the time, right? Bring it out.
Exodus 22.
Freedom.
I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
So the word Egypt will be synonymous with bondage or captivity or slavery. Let me bring this out, sis, and then I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
The word Egypt would be synonymous with bondage, captivity, or slavery, right? So we're gonna read this verse again. Instead of saying Egypt, we're gonna say slavery, captivity, or bondage. Now watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into captivity, slavery again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Now, what other people do you know that went into captivity on ships? It didn't happen to nobody else, right? It only happened to us, right? So through prophetic evidence, this would have to be talking about us. Finish that out.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right? We left our homeland and we haven't seen our homeland again, right? Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Unto who?
Unto your enemies.
Unto who?
Unto your enemies.
Who were we sold to, sis? The who?
Our enemies.
What nationality of people would that be? So then we'll make them our what?
Enemies.
That's right.
That's
For
right.
bondmen
for slave men
and bondwomen,
and slave women,
and no man shall buy you.
And nobody's been able to redeem us out of this captivity. Martin Luther King couldn't do it. Malcolm X couldn't do it. Marcus Garvey couldn't do it. Hell, Obama couldn't do it. And he ain't even black. He an African, right? Get that Deuteronomy 28:54, and I'm going to let you go, sis.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 54.
this is another curse that's on our people, that's plaguing our people, right? Go ahead.
So that the man that is tender among you
Uh-huh.
and very delicate,
Right.
his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
So
This is our eyes being evil toward each other. This is another curse that's on our people. This is black on black crime. This is gang violence, right? This is us hitting licks. This is us trapping and kicking in each other's doors.
That's right.
This is what's going on right here in the Bible, right? Read.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
And toward the wife of his bosom. That's baby daddy, baby mama drama, right? That's child support court. right? That's domestic violence, right here in the Bible. Go ahead.
And toward the remnant of his children,
And toward the remnant of his children,
which he shall lead.
which he shall what?
Which he shall lead.
No, he gonna stay.
Which he shall lead.
No, he gonna raise up his children.
Which he shall lead.
This is fatherless homes, right here in the Bible, right? Now, this stigmatism, is that happening to all people?
Some, not all.
Who would this sound like in
Predominantly.
general, like predominantly?
Black.
Our people, right? And it's because these curses, now give me 68, 28, and 41.
What is it? 46.
46.
46, yeah.
this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 46.
Somebody give me First Corinthians.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
And these
Curses shall be upon you for what?
For a sign.
What's a sign for, sis? Like, what's this right here? What store is this?
Kroger.
How do you know that?
It's a Kroger.
Because it say Kroger.
Right.
So it's something to identify, right?
That's right.
So the same way that these curses are, that's how we're going to be able to identify ourselves. That's how we're going to know that we're the people of these books, because these curses are going to stick to us and nobody else, right? Now read that real quick.
1 Corinthians 1 and 22. For the Jews require a sign.
Because what?
The
For Jews require a sign.
Our people require a sign. You can't just tell us anything. You got to show us, right? You know what I'm saying? But if you are familiar with what's been going on in the media lately, you see how Kanye came out and said we were the Jews, and then they ostracized him, right?
Right?
Kyrie just posted a link to a DVD that said Hebrews to Negroes. Now you said you was a Negro, but that DVD said Hebrews to Negroes, right? And he got ostracized, right?
Right.
The reason that they doing that, because we can call ourselves anything. Christians, Muslims, nigga, thug, whatever we want to call ourselves. But as soon as we call ourselves the children of God, the Jews, who we really are, it's a problem, right? It's a problem with that, right? Because if we know who we are, they can't tell us who we not. They can't call us anything. They can't label us black. They can't label us African American, right? They can't treat us like we less than if we know that our true value comes from the Most High God, right? Go ahead.
You want to know if she really want to know who the people of the Bible Act 13:1?
watch this, and I'm gonna let you. This the last one, sis.
All right. Now there was in the church, there was at Antioch, certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon.
So at this church in Antioch, it was certain teachers and prophets, right? Their name was Barnabas and Simeon, which they were Israelites. The same way we are, the same way you are. They were Israelites. Watch this.
There were certain teachers as Barnabas and Simeon that was called nigger.
They were called what?
Nigger.
They were called what?
Nigger.
Now, what other people are called nigger? That's right out the Bible. See, you can read it for your own eyes if you want to.
Come sit.
It would have to be talking about us. And what we're trying to get you to understand, sis, is that you a daughter of Zion.
That's right.
It's important that we come back to our heritage, that we raise up a righteous generation that understand that we are chosen people. We're not niggas, we're not thugs, we're not trappers, we're not strippers, we're not bad bees, we're not thoughts. We are kings and priests of the Most High God.
That's
Citizens
right.
Of the Most High God, and we have to reclaim our royalty and come back and walk accordingly. Hey, man, they can get some of this too. You with them? You with them?
No.
You not with them? All right, they children of Zion too. My bad. I was gonna get you know, overzealous, man. You know. Go ahead, King.
So just in case you read your Bible, you read Acts 13:1. Just remember the first verse in the book of Acts chapter 13. It's going to say nigger, Niger, right? And they have a place in Africa called Niger.
That's right.
But they're being deceptive because in the Greek, the word is nigger. And I'm going to play it for you right now.
That's right.
26. Niger. Niger.
So just in case they try to fool you and say that says Niger, you know what it actually means. And in the Bible, it says surname, right? It says nigger is black, surname of the prophet Simeon.
That's
That's
right.
right.
So
That's
again,
right. God.
sister, you are a beautiful shade of brown. You're a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. You got to come back and keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. All right? Hey man, I want to, hey man, let them fly, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that Deuteronomy 33:3, and I'm gonna close out, man. Sister's got to have her basket on wheels, man. She's trying to get up out of here, man. Deuteronomy 33:3, read through 4.
This is the book of Deuteronomy. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 3.
Man, I need a damn seatbelt on, man. What the hell is going on, bro? That's a damn roller coaster, man.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 3. Yeah, he loved the people. All his saints.
All his what?
All his saints.
All his what?
All his saints are in thy hand, and they sat down at thy feet. Everyone shall receive of thy words. Moses commanded us as a law. So like it, Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob.
Of who?
Of Jacob.
Of who?
Of Jacob.
Who are we?
Of Jacob.
And with
That I say, quote yourself.
Quote yourself.
Quote